You must be the top 10%, the top 10 percentile, especially as a man. All the women want the top 10%, all the money goes to the top 10%, all the status goes to the top 10%. You cannot be a normal man anymore.
When it comes to life, it's easy to keep winning. You have to keep the momentum up, right? It's hard to get going, but once you get going, you have to keep it up. So just make sure you never lose it. Don't fall off. Don't do anything stupid. It's pretty easy to win if you never lose, and you'll be fine. I started making a lot of money when I was maybe 27, 28. But my life was always on track, bro. I never had a big mistake. I never had a bad period and had to reform. I never made any large mistakes. I did the right thing every single day, day after day. I knew what I was supposed to do. I think the universe is very giving, and if you're the kind of person who turns up on time and works hard and does what they're supposed to do and is never lazy, then it's always going to give you what you want. I've yet to see somebody who tries their best to get something and genuinely gives it their all and doesn't get it.
There was a day that I became wealthy. I'll tell you the day, I know that day I was rich. I was broke, I was pissed, I was angry at everybody else but who? Myself. I had a friend that I loaned money to when I had barely enough and I knew he needed it, and I gave him $1,200, and I'm here not able to eat. I'm down to like $25, $26, and I'm saying to him, calling him, and he's not returning my call, and I just need some money, and he's ignoring me. I didn't ignore him then, so I'm pissed, I'm frustrated. In the midst of all this, I'm also pragmatic. I got 25 and change, call it $26. What the hell am I gonna do? I don't have any plans for economics. I got overhead that's crazy. I'm living in this little tiny apartment, 400 square feet in Venice, California. So I thought, okay, when I was totally broke early on, when I was 17, I used to save my money up and go to the smorgasbord and load up for Christmas, load up for the week. So I didn't drive there because I wasn't gonna spend the gas to get there, plus I needed to walk, so I walked there. And I go in, I'm not dressed really great, but it's Marina Del Rey, it's okay. And I got a place right by the window and I can see these yachts going by, and I'm dreaming of what life could be like. And I'm starting to let go of my anger, and I'm starting to focus on what I want instead of what I don't want. How many followers say I? And that shifted me just a bit. And now I'm eating, which shifted me a lot. And I got this giant plate stacked up, and I don't know what the amount was. It was like, whatever, it was $6.95, $7.95, right? So I'm gonna do this. I could probably do this 3 or 4 times, right? Somewhere in that range.
Some slaves said, I don't care what we go through, we're gonna survive this. 400 years of slavery, we're gonna get through this. And you can't get through it 1825. You can't get through a writing class, and you got tutor after tutor, resource after resource. The problem is, you ain't never felt no pain before. You're soft. It's a soft generation. You quit on everything. Our people did not quit. Harriet Tubman not only made it, she went back and got some more. She said, you know what, I made it, but I'm gonna walk listen to me, shh, not ride the bus. I'm gonna walk all the way back down to the South to get some more. And you quitting on 1825? Now watch this, you quit after you, listen to me, you get a sleeping bag and you wait for them.
Life is life. Life is an interesting journey of ups and downs. But how that journey ends is up to you today. You see, when you fall down and you feel like giving up, when times get tough, it's not the end. The question is, are you going to finish strong? The definition of a disability is something that will hinder you from being able to do something. I think, though, the greatest disability is not having no arms and no legs. The greatest disability is your mind, the choices that you make. The question is, are you going to make the right choices? Are you going to make the choice to have your life in its right perspective? Are you going to make the choice to get up instead of give up? Are you going to make the choice to dream big? There is no greater disability that we have in our life than to make the decision to give up. Because once you give up, then there is no hope. But until you give up, there is that hope.
That's a very big difference. You see people say, well, why don't you give the poor money? So the only problem with that is just creates more poor people.
Give a man a fish, he fishes for the day, or eats for the day.
Yeah, you give a man a fish, you get a lot of people who want more fish, But you teach them to fish.
But you are the Robin Hood of knowledge, because I see you giving this knowledge out, and do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that, Robin?
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Right. Keep them poor. The poor will always be amongst us. because it starts up here.
Right, it's that fear mentality.
But when they say I can't afford it or I can't do that, they go down. They become what they say. And I made so many people, I can't afford it. You think I'm made of money?
Your mom used to say that. Your mom used to say that.
My dad.
Your dad.
My PhD dad, he says, what do you think I am, made of money? I can't afford that. And my rich dad would say, that's why he's poor. Poor people say, I can't afford it, I can't do that, I don't have time. Because it's an escape. It's an escape, you know what I mean? It's easy to say, I can't afford it. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I can't go to the gym. You know, when you could go to the gym, but no, I can't. Truth is, I'm just too lazy to go to the gym.
And you play it safe and you don't introduce new risks into your life. And so
I have job security.
If you have brain, if you have heart, you can make everything possible. From my understanding, brain is the place where you hold the knowledge, education, training. The heart is the place where you hold the wisdom. And IQ is the brain and EQ is the heart. If you have a strong EQ, you may be easy to be successful, but people like you. You have a value, you have a friendship, you have trust. But if you have great IQ, it's very difficult for you to fail quickly. A lot of people easy to get success, but losing very quickly. That's because they don't have enough IQ. When IQ and EQ connected, that means when brain and heart connected, that is the knowledge and the wisdom connected, that is called innovation. And I believe that if you want to be successful, you should have the good EQ. If you don't want to fail quickly, you should have IQ. But if you want to be respected, you should have LQ, the Q of love. The most precious resource in the world is not oil, it's not the gas, it's the human brains. Most of innovations, not because they want to, because they were forced to.
See, whatever you're doing, however you spend your time, that tells you who you are. So think about what it is you like to create in your life experience. Once I look at how you commit your time, once I do an evaluation on how you spend your time, I can tell you exactly what you're committed to. People that say they have dreams or want to open a business or want to do something differently than what they're now doing, they don't like their jobs, they're unhappy, they're unfulfilled. People who say they want to improve their income level, look at how they spend their time. How they spend their time, the commitment of their time, how they use that will really tell the truth. People who said, I'd like to do better, but you don't find them in vocational or technical schools upgrading their skills and their knowledge, how they spend their time, that will tell you what's going on. People who say they want to normalize their weight, they want to be healthy, but every time you see them, they're eating, that will tell you that they're committed to being obese for the rest of their lives. People tell you they want to stop smoking and they're lighting up at that time. Folk that say, I want to stop drinking, and every time you're in their face, they're reeking with alcohol, that will tell you what's going on. Don't have to listen to what they say, just watch what they do. Commitment shows up in your life in what you do.
Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face rather than on your grave. What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have.
There are 3 keys, I believe, to making money. First one's perspicacity. Most people go through life and they do not pay attention. I've said this before and I want to stick by it because it's so important. You need to pay attention to every single time you spend money, because you cannot make money. You're not the Federal Reserve, you're not a government. Governments make money. All of us take money from somebody else or a business or a government. We take money from other things. So the easiest way to learn how to get good at taking money is to pay attention to every time someone takes money from you.